Good day, viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. Our lead story for today. Underworld Kingpin Andre Naudé shot dead. He is the fifth Jerome Booysen's gang member to be assassinated. Now, who's next? The story unfolds in the sprawling metropolis of Cape Town, in South Africa, a city known for its stunning natural beauty but also shadowed by a dark undercurrent of organized crime. On the 12th of June 2025, the city's underworld was once again thrust into the spotlight with the brazen assassination of Andre Naudé, a man deeply entwined in the city's complex web of gang activity and alleged criminal enterprises. Naudé's death wasn't an isolated incident, it was the latest in a string of killings that have plagued a group of individuals connected to the murder case of Brian Wainstein, an international steroid smuggler known as the Steroid King. Wainstein's own demise in August 2017, when he was shot in his bed in a wealthy Cape Town suburb, set in motion a chain of events that would lead to the demise of several figures linked to the case. The narrative is a complex one, involving allegations of underworld power struggles, nightclub security contract feuds, and a cast of characters who operated in the shadows of Cape Town's criminal landscape. Andre Naudé, at the time of his death, was out on bail, awaiting trial alongside Jerome Donkie Booysen and the now-deceased Mark Lifman for Wainstein's murder. The scene of Naudé's assassination was a busy street in Parow, a suburb of Cape Town. Witnesses described a vehicle pulling up next to Naudé's Toyota Hilux Bakkie, and occupants firing several shots. Naudé, a large man, collapsed near his vehicle and was declared dead at the scene. A 61-year-old man, believed to be Naudé's bodyguard, was also wounded in the attack and rushed to hospital. The news of Naudé's death spread quickly, with Jerome Booysen, himself a well-known figure in the Cape Town underworld, arriving at the scene. Booysen expressed his shock at the incident, stating that Naudé was a friend. Booysen's presence at the scene highlighted the interconnectedness of the individuals involved in this complex saga. To understand Naudé's role in this intricate narrative, it's necessary to delve into his background and connections. He was understood to have been one of the men who stepped into the nightclub security void left by the assassination of Cyril Beaker in 2011. He would have had institutional knowledge of the inner workings of the nightclub security business and all the figures involved. Naudé's history was marked by previous brushes with danger. His son, Andre, testified in a separate trial that their family home had been targeted in a shooting in September 2019. Andre recounted how he had to warn his father, a heavy sleeper, to avoid being hit by gunfire. Naudé had also been shot at a club in Tygervalley in 2014 and targeted at a restaurant in Durbanville. In November 2024, Naudé claimed that someone had tried to kill him on the N1 highway near Paarl. The investigation into Naudé's murder was taken over by the Western Cape Anti-Gang Unit, suggesting that authorities believed the assassination was linked to gang activity. The police appealed to the public for information, urging anyone with knowledge of the incident to come forward. Naudé's death marked the fifth time an accused in the Brian Wainstein murder case had met a premature end. William Red Stevens, an alleged high-ranking member of the 27's gang, was fatally shot in Kraaifontein in February 2021, shortly before he was scheduled to appear in court for the Wainstein case. Anthony Amir van der Walt was shot dead in retreat in October 2022, and Jason Mates was murdered in Mitchell's Plain in March 2021. Mark Lifman, Naudé's close associate, was assassinated in George in November 2024. The string of killings raised serious questions about the safety of those involved in the Wainstein case and the potential for witness intimidation. It also highlighted the ongoing power struggles and the level of ruthlessness within Cape Town's underworld. The deaths of Naudé and Lifman, who were described as very good friends, left a void in the Cape Town underworld. Sources suggested that Naudé's murder could lead to shifts in the arenas he operated in, potentially sparking further conflict. Naudé and Lifman had a long history together, dating back to the early 2010s when they were involved in a security company that was shut down by the Hawks over allegations that it was not registered with the Private Security Industry Regulatory Authority. Although they were later cleared of charges in that case, the incident marked the beginning of their entanglement with law enforcement. The narrative surrounding Naudé, Lifman, and Booysen is intertwined with the battle for control of Cape Town's nightclub security industry. In 2017, Nafiz Modak allegedly attempted to seize control of bouncer operations from the Lifman group, sparking a series of clashes and acts of intimidation. The conflict between the Modak group and the Lifman group contributed to a climate of fear and instability in the city. The story of Brian Wainstein, the steroid king, is central to understanding the events that unfolded. Wainstein, who had been wanted in the United States, was allegedly involved in a global web of crime cases. His murder in 2017 triggered a complex investigation that implicated numerous individuals, including Naude, Lifman, and Booysen. The charges against Wainstein revealed a network of international steroid smuggling and other criminal activities. His murder was believed to be linked to his involvement in these illicit operations. The book, The Enforcers: Inside Cape Town's Deadly Nightclub Battles, provides a detailed account of the individuals involved in the nightclub security industry and the allegations of criminality that surrounded them. The book describes Naude as a tall man with muscular upper arms and a self-described family guy who had been in the bouncer business since the early 1990s. The book also details an incident in 2014 when Naude and his friend, martial arts fighter Jan the Giant Norge, were shot in a parking area in Belleville. Naude claimed that the incident stemmed from an argument relating to a woman. Naude's death leaves many questions unanswered. What was the motive behind his assassination? Who was responsible for the attack? And what impact will his death have on the Cape Town underworld? The investigation into Naude's murder is ongoing, and authorities are working to piece together the events that led to his death. The case is a reminder of the challenges faced by law enforcement in tackling organized crime and the dangers faced by those involved in the criminal underworld. As the investigation progresses, the story of Andre Naudé serves as a chilling reminder of the dark side of Cape Town, where power struggles, allegations of criminality, and acts of brutality continue to cast a shadow over the city. The deaths of Naude and others connected to the Brian Wainstein murder case highlight the complex web of relationships and the potential for lethal consequences within Cape Town's underworld. The narrative is far from over, and the story of Andre Naudé's assassination is likely to have lasting repercussions on the Cape Town criminal landscape. The investigation into his death will undoubtedly uncover new details and shed further light on the individuals and events that have shaped this complex and dangerous world. The city watches, waits, and wonders who will be next. Thank you for watching this news video. We'd love to hear what you think about this story, so please leave your comments below. We read them all and appreciate your insights. Join us again in our next strange story. Until then, goodbye.